I was watching videos of the fire starting to take hold at Grenfell. It was just awful.
She was Grenfell's director of housing. But on the day of the fire, some evacuees from the disaster were forced to sleep rough on the streets. Evidence shown at the inquiry revealed several examples of people sleeping outside after the council failed to provide them shelter.
I do accept from the evidence that you have put before me that there were people who unfortunately did not receive the level of care that they should have done on that night of the 14th of June, and therefore unnecessarily slept in their car or who slept out.
This is Laura Johnson's second appearance at the inquiry.
And truly declare and affirm that
Today's questioning focused on how the council dealt with the aftermath of the fire, which killed 72 people. The hearing was told there was a 6-hour delay for council staff to be deployed to rescue centres. But this was just the start of a succession of major problems for Kensington and Chelsea. The inquiry heard how some Grenfell survivors were almost kicked out of their emergency hotel accommodation because RBKC hadn't booked the rooms for long enough.
we did our very best to try and place people somewhere in a very difficult situation, and we didn't get it right in every occasion. And for that I can only apologise, because it certainly wasn't the intent.
Miss Johnson added the council wasn't helped by central government, who made a promise early on that all survivors should be rehoused within 3 weeks of the fire.
What they needed was a compassionate and considered response. What they didn't need was a target from central government that wasn't achievable.
She ended her evidence by doubting any council could have coped with a disaster like Grenfell.
That's not to say that it couldn't have been dealt with better at the time by a local authority like RBKC, but we just weren't in a position to manage the scale of the disaster as it unfolded.
Miss Johnson left her job a month after the fire. Tomorrow, the council's former chief executive will give evidence. Rags Martel, ITV News, at the Grenfell inquiry.